trypophobia. The tiny pregnant female flea burrows into your skin, usually around your toes.
Hell no! God damn!
Or
Yo, what's good people? Today we're watching the most painful parasites to die from. Oh, my fault. You see the title anyways, my fault, that's a blunder. Anyways, let's get straight to the video.
brain amoebas. Imagine you're a healthy young individual who decided to go for a swim in a warm freshwater lake on a hot summer day. The water feels refreshing and protects you from the harshness of the sun.
Yo, is this that type of bacteria that people be swallowing in the water and they like, I don't know.
Splash around with your friends, and then an hour later when you're finally finished, you climb out and head back to your house feeling relaxed. At this moment, you have absolutely no idea that something just entered your body through your nose, and that within 3 days, you would develop a severe headache followed by a high fever.
Okay, yo, this has put me off swimming in them waters. I can't lie. Can't.
Confused and disoriented.
Don't swim in lakes, okay? You know what? I've done this before too, so I won't be doing that again.
Your family rushes you to a hospital.
Quick, Morty, grab him!
Rick, what's going on? Well, why are we hats?
Shut up, Morty!
Rig and Morty.
Grab the stupid hat!
Whoa! Jeez, man! You just the talking hat!
Morty, it's not actually him, it's a parasite!
Oh.
And don't say that word, we're on a YouTube video. We're gonna get demonetized.
Oh, geez, we're on a YouTube video?
Did you bring the antidote?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Gamers.
Oh my days. Yo, my fault.
Test, but by the time they figure out what's wrong,
Yo, my fault. I didn't even realize that was an ad, bro. Yo, W ads. Holy, I was like watching that for a minute. I was like, where is this going?
it's too late. In as little as 5 days, the Naegleria fowleri has entered your body through your nose and has effectively melted your brain, causing you a quick demise with its mortality rate of 97%. The Naegleria
God damn! Okay, no swimming in lakes for me. Okay, got it. Noted.
fowleri is a single-celled amoeba that lives in warm freshwater, lakes, rivers, hot springs, and poorly maintained swimming pools.
Okay, just
It
stay away
thrives in
from
water
water.
temperatures between 77 degrees Fahrenheit and
Got it.
115 degrees Fahrenheit, which is why infections spike during
I only
hot
know
summer
Celsius.
months when people seek relief in natural bodies of water. You don't get infected by swallowing the water. This parasite actually enters your body when contaminated water goes up your nose. The amoeba then travels along your olfactory nerve, which is the nerve that's responsible for your sense of smell and provides a direct pathway from your nasal cavity to your brain. Within 24 hours of infection, the amoeba reaches your brain and begins feeding on brain tissue. The disease is called primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, or PAM. Symptoms typically appear 1 to 9 days after infection. It starts with a severe headache, a high fever, and a stiff neck. These symptoms look eerily similar to bacterial meningitis, which often leads to a misdiagnosis. Then comes nausea and vomiting.
Bro, that's put me off swimming in any lakes from now.
Within days, symptoms progress to confusion, lack of attention, loss of balance, seizures, and hallucinations. By the time doctors figure out what's wrong, it's almost always too late. Out of over 150 known cases in the United States since 1962, only 4 people have survived this parasite, making it one of the deadliest organisms on
Okay,
Earth.
yo, I thought it was a
Use of
bit more. Like, bit more people had it. Okay, so it's pretty rare.
Survivors
Okay.
typically suffer permanent neurological damage, memory loss, seizures, and cognitive impairments. But honestly, the most terrifying part is that the Naegleria fowleri is common. Lower. Imagine looking in the mirror one morning at your star-strikingly beautiful, handsome, and stunning face. Get it? Because you're a beautiful person. But unfortunately, in the middle of you admiring yourself in the mirror, you catch the glimpse of something moving under the white of your eye. At first you think it's a speck of dust, or maybe an eyelash. But it's not inanimate, it's...
Bro, I had something like this happen yesterday, bro. I thought there was something in my eye. It was just an eyelash, bro. I got so scared. I was like, shit, like, with the water. I was like, no, I can't lose my eye. But it's just literally an eyelash.
moving, like it's something alive, slowly slithering just beneath the surface of your eye. You blink, but it doesn't go away. Instead, you now feel the painful burning sensation of a foreign creature wriggling across the inside of your eyeball. That's Loa Loa, the African eyeworm. Loa Loa is a parasitic filarial worm found in the rainforests of Central and West Africa. The parasite is
that's making me feel my eye and
transmitted through the bite of deer flies or mango flies. When an infected fly bites you, it deposits microscopic larvae into your bloodstream. Stick out your hand and make a thumbs up. The area from your thumb's knuckle to its tip is about how long these worms grow to be when they mature. When they're adult worms, they migrate through your subcutaneous tissue, the layer just beneath your skin, and then they frequently cross the conjunctiva of the eye. That means you can literally watch the worm crawling across the white part of your eye. Patients describe the sensation as something moving under their skin, creating visible lumps that shift position day by day. These are called Calabar swellings, which is named after the Nigerian city where the condition was first documented. The worms can live in your body for up to 17 years, constantly migrating. You might see one
How'd you get rid
eye,
of them?
then months later feel it moving through your wrist, then your ankle. But the Loa Loa doesn't just disturb you, it can be fatal enough to take your life. When adult worms die inside your body, they can trigger severe inflammatory reactions. And if a worm gets in your brain, it can cause swelling of the brain tissue that leads to seizures, coma, and an untimely demise, which is actually pretty much the worst part. This makes treatment for the Loa Loa deadly, because when you take medication to kill the worms, hundreds of them simultaneously and release toxins that can send your body into shock, often causing you to pass away faster than the parasites themselves. Trypophobia. The tiny pregnant female flea burrows into your skin, usually around your toes.
Hell no! God damn!
Or on the soles of your feet. But once embedded, she begins feeding on your blood and swells up to the size of a pea, about 1 centimeter in diameter, while producing hundreds of eggs. That's the Tunga penetrans, which is one of the smallest but most destructive parasites that infect humans. But the nightmare isn't just one flea. It's what happens when you get infected with dozens or hundreds of them simultaneously as they grow up in your skin, with each embedded flea creating a white, crater-like lesion in your flesh. 10, 20, or even 100 of these is already a trypophobic nightmare for any person unfortunate enough to become infected with this parasite. So you could imagine the horror of having 1,146 of them embedded in your body at once.
No way that's happened.
That's exactly what happened to a 78-year-old woman from Tanzania in 2019. When she arrived at the hospital, doctors discovered that she had a total of 1,146
How's there space for that?
800 of them were in her lower limbs, and 300 were in her hands. Her body was riddled with holes, making it akin to a cheese grater or a honeycomb with 1,000 holes in it. Her fingers and toes were swollen, inflamed, and deformed beyond recognition. And unfortunately for her, the embedded fleas had been there so long that secondary infections had set in. She had a high fever, and results showed that she tested positive for both Staphylococcus aureus.
Yo, can you be like euthanized when you're at this point? Like, wait. Like, I'm just like curious. If I'm going through this, I'm saying to the doctors, I'm like, put me down. I don't wanna live no more.
And Streptococcus pyogenes, 2 deadly bacterial infections that had invaded her through the wounds created by the fleas. Medical staff had to manually remove all 1,000 fleas one by one, using sterile needles while applying petroleum jelly first to suffocate the vermin. The woman spent 16 days in the hospital, receiving intravenous antibiotics, tetanus shots, and treatment for severe dehydration and malnutrition. Wuchereria bancrofti.
I'll be like, just
Odds
kill
are
me,
you've
bro.
been bitten by
I'll
a
keep your
mosquito
buck.
before. Maybe while making your morning cup of coffee, getting ready for work, or when going outside for a quick run. You feel a slight itch on your arm and absently swat at the pest. Then you think nothing of it and continue with your day. But
Yo, you know if a mosquito is biting your arm, you can tense your arm to make it blow up.
The only issue is that wasn't just some ordinary mosquito. It was a mosquito carrying larvae of Wuchereria bancrofti, a parasitic roundworm that causes lymphatic filariasis.
Oh, I remember I went on holiday one time. No mosquito lamp, nothing. Bro, when I tell you, I counted 48 bite marks all over me, bro. I thought, I didn't know if I was going to make it.
The disease that commonly leads to, well, I'll get to that later. The microscopic larvae enter your bloodstream through the mosquito bite and then they begin their journey through your body. For months, maybe even a year, you'd feel fine because the larvae mature into adult worms, which can live in your lymphatic system for 5 to 7 years. But then at that point, you'd start noticing symptoms. You'll develop fevers and chills, your legs would feel heavy and swollen, and unfortunately, your groin area will become inflamed and extremely swollen as well. At first, the swelling comes and goes, but gradually, it becomes permanent. The adult worms block your lymphatic vessels, preventing fluid from draining properly, and because of this, the fluid accumulates in your tissues and your body parts begin to swell grotesquely. This is elephantiasis, a condition where your limbs or swell to many times their normal size.
I mean,
your skin thickens.
Keep the last one, Tish. Nah, my fault. Oh, nah, that's not funny.
Hardens and develops a texture like elephant hide, which is how the condition got its name. Unfortunately, if you're a male, that it hangs to your knees. Like Wesley Warren, a man from Las Vegas, struggling with the disease. After being infected with the parasite and developing scrotal lymphedema,
I take it back.
Grew uncontrollably. It started in 2008
Ooh, no,
when
that's
he
not
woke
the
up
good
with
part.
a shooting pain in his area. The tissue around his began swelling, growing at an estimated 3 pounds per month. For 4 years, Warren lived with a that made it nearly impossible to walk, work, or live a normal life. But luckily for him, doctors were able to help him. When they finally performed surgery on his body in 2012, they removed the swollen mass in his, finding that it weighed a horrifying 132 pounds.
What?
Just think about that for a second. He had to carry what essentially amounted to a refrigerator or even a full-grown adult between his legs everywhere he went for years.
And a full-grown adult.
Lymphatic filariasis affects over 120 million people worldwide, primarily in tropical regions of Africa, Asia, and the Pacific. While from the parasite itself is relatively rare with modern treatment, the disfigurement and disability it causes destroys lives and traps the patients in prolonged suffering. Some people in this world aren't fortunate enough to avoid daily conflicts with parasites like these. So if you have access to medication, safe environments, and clean food, never take it for granted. Anyways.
And don't go swimming in just random lakes.
Have a happy day.
Yeah, well, it's a bit hard now, bro. I'll keep it a buck after watching this video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, like and sub, I'll show the video at the start. What am I talking about, bro? Holy, why can't I talk sometimes? Like, I'll keep it real with you. Sometimes I should be stuttering. Do I really take this? I'll leave it in the video. It's cool. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying at the start of this video, it shows this video, so check him out, bro. W video. I'm gonna drop a like real quick. I'll drop the like on the video. Anyways, give me the same treatment. Hey, equal treatment, right? Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Afosa. Peace out.